Take a look at these survey results. 72% of participants identify the family as the primary influence on a child's faith today. But look at the second ranking. Social media and entertainment already claim 22% of that influence. When adolescents spend hours a day in digital environments without parental guidance, they begin seeking their sense of belonging and value from the internet. This constant search for online validation is a direct contributor to the rising rates of teen anxiety and identity crises reported by counselors. Experts at the NCTC identify a recurring pattern: parents who are physically present in the home but remain emotionally and spiritually unavailable to their children. Without intentional intervention, the home stops serving as a sanctuary. It becomes a physical space where digital culture, rather than the family, shapes the child's development. To change this, you need to move from passive concern to active leadership. We're going to build a personalized 5-point intentional parenting action plan. Grab a dedicated notebook or a digital document. You'll need this to record specific commitments and reflections as we walk through the steps. Every step of this framework relies on a single guiding principle: you cannot give what you do not have. Your success depends on your own commitment to the values you want to pass on. This plan provides the structure you need to become a reliable emotional and spiritual anchor for your household. Step 1 is to reclaim your role as the primary educator. While churches and schools provide support, the responsibility for a child's moral formation belongs in the home. On your action plan, write down one specific faith lesson or core value you want your child to learn. Commit to personally teaching this lesson to them before the end of the week. Step 2 is to audit your emotional availability. There is a significant difference between sitting in the same room and being truly present. Availability requires active listening and showing a genuine interest in your child's daily life. Beware of silent parenting. It's common to avoid difficult or sensitive topics to stay comfortable, but this silence often leaves children to find their answers from less reliable sources. For your next action item, schedule a 15-minute block of uninterrupted, screen-free time to just listen to your child. Write the specific time block into your plan. Your influence in the home is earned through this kind of consistent, undivided attention. Step 3 is to prioritize connection before correction. A discipline-heavy approach without a relational foundation often results in rebellion rather than growth. The Commission's third resolution states, "Connection must precede correction." Trust is the prerequisite for enforcing rules. Record your discipline philosophy. Understand the why behind actions before addressing behavior, guided by the principle, hate the sin but love the sinner. You will know this strategy is working when your child is able to accept boundaries and guidance without becoming immediately defensive. Correcting a teenager without first establishing a connection usually leads to alienation, turning the parent into a warden rather than a guide. Step 4 is to schedule the family faith routine. Effective spiritual formation depends on consistent daily rhythms rather than occasional reactionary efforts. Define a recurring time slot on your plan for a shared family activity, whether that is prayer, devotional reading, or an open conversation about faith. Step 5 is to create a social media strategy. In a digital age, ignoring the influence of the internet is no longer a safe option for parents. Every teenager is asking, "Who am I? Where do I belong? Am I valued?" If these questions aren't answered with the values you provide at home, your child will seek those answers from digital culture. Write a definitive media policy into your plan. This should include ways to replace the validation children seek online with consistent verbal affirmation in the home. A structured home environment serves as a shield, protecting a child's identity from the warping effects of global social media trends. You now have the components of a tactical strategy. You are the primary educator, you've audited your availability, you've prioritized connection, established a routine, and set a media policy. By documenting these steps, you are actively taking ownership of your child's formation instead of leaving it to chance. To reinforce this work, look for youth-centered church programs where your teenagers can find safe spaces to ask questions and receive external mentorship. Children model what they see. Because your leadership depends on the integrity of your own life, continue to prioritize your personal spiritual growth. Raising world-changing kingdom builders starts with the realization that faith begins at home.